the lightning talks. We just have one. Now let's have two more. Conroy Harris, A Band of Brothers. Conroy, take to the stage, please.
So who are we? A band of brothers. So I've been listening a lot today to a lot of the things people have been talking about in terms of community solutions and diversion programs and all the rest of it. Well, who are the people that you're referring to? We are the people that want those referrals, a band of brothers. We see ourselves as the kind of epitome of a grassroots community solution. What we do is we're a mentoring organisation, Paran, but it's much more than mentoring. What makes our mentoring different is we take men from the local community and we train those men as volunteers to work with the disaffected young men within their own communities. So how do we work? We take referrals from partner agencies, looked after teams, probation, and we work with these young men by taking them away into a deep dive experience, 3 days away into the woods with a group of older men that surround them. Man. What type of man? We don't define that. Masculinity is something that is an open field right now. So it's what type of man do you want to be? What type of man do you need to be to actually serve yourself and your community? And we then, beside that young man, we have a 3-month mentoring program with a volunteer from his community. At the end of that 3 months, he will actually have a homecoming, because we are a community solution. We have communities of men. And that means that each week, they're invited to a circle of men, of older men who sit down and we talk about our issues, we talk about the problems, we talk about why the suicide rate is so high amongst men. We talk about why there is so much domestic violence and what we can do about it, what is it we need to change. And those young men seeing those older men from their community as examples, talking about vulnerability, talking about the difficulties they face in their life, see something very different, something accessible, saying, aha, if they can do that, maybe I can do that. Our mentoring program, it's rooted in kind of service to self, service to community. And in that, people are learning about themselves and what they need to do to change. And after that time, they're one of us. They're in for life. We say the only way out of a band of brothers, a bit like the mafia, is in a box. Because once you're in, you're in. And you're there now to kind of be the next wave. And so 10 years on, we started 12 years ago in Brighton. We have now communities ranging from Cornwall all the way up to Manchester. And in those communities, we're now seeing young men who started off as mentees, who are now taking up positions within our organisation, who are now running things, who are now mentoring, and have started to put something back and changing their lives. And 75% of the young men that come through our programme, they report a reduced violence and reduced frequency of violence. So that just shows that there's this efficacy of local men working with boys from their area to help reduce crime and make our streets a lot safer. That's who we are. We're the people that you need to be looking for when it comes to diverting people. A band of brothers, come find us. Thank you.
Thank you very much.